Thank you so much for your interest in 4-H. We're glad that you are considering giving your time and talents to help youth in your community. My name is Kamisha.
And I'm Clay.
Both Clay and I are former 4-H members. And as a former member, we are grateful for the experiences and opportunities received through 4-H. We've benefited in so many ways from people like you that helped us during our 4-H years.
As a 4-H volunteer, you'll be promoting positive youth development and preparing young people to take their place as leaders in their communities. The purpose of this series is to give you a grounding in 4-H as an organization. Even if you have a long history with 4-H, we think you'll learn some important things that will help you in your volunteer role.
After you have completed this orientation and the rest of the screening process, you will also have opportunities for training on whatever volunteer position you decide to take, as well as other general topics related to 4-H.
Let's get started with a big picture look at 4-H as an organization.
4-H is a very connected organization. It is connected to your local community, it is connected to the University of Florida, and it is connected to our federal government through USDA, or United States Department of Agriculture, and NIFA, the National Institute of Food and Agriculture.
4-H is connected to other programs across the country and even throughout much of the world. Wherever you go in the United States or its territories, you'll find people involved with helping youth grow and develop through 4-H. As a volunteer in this well-connected organization, you have access to resources from a variety of places. In whatever role you take as a volunteer, we want you to know where you can turn for ideas or assistance when you need help.
To narrate our orientation series, we have Matt Binge, UF-IFAS Extension, Alachua County 4-H agent in Gainesville, and Rhonda Banner, a local 4-H volunteer, assist us. Let's hear what they have to say in our first module, What is 4-H?
Thanks, Clay and Kamisha. I'm Matt Binge, 4-H Extension Agent in Alachua County here in Gainesville.
And I'm Rhonda Banner, a local 4-H volunteer for 11 plus years.
We'll be here to guide you through this volunteer orientation series, which consists of 5 short orientations on 4-H. Since we started working with 4-H, we've witnessed many wonderful things that happen when volunteers share their time and talents with young people. We would like to take a moment to thank you for stepping forward and sharing yours with Florida 4-H. The Florida 4-H program would not be a success without people like you.
4-H is the youth development program of the University of Florida IFAS Extension. 4-H is unique because it is the only youth organization tied to the research base of our nation's land-grant university system. This enables youth and adults involved in the program to have direct access to support, research, and materials from the university and its faculty.
To best understand everything about 4-H, here's the overview of what we will cover in Module 1. 4-H programs are Where in Every County, an historical timeline of 4-H, 4-H of yesterday, 4-H of today, delivery modes, mission, colors, logo, pledge, motto, and slogan.
Let's start our module, and hopefully you'll see yourself fitting in nicely in our 4-H future.
4-H has many commonalities with other youth programs, volunteers, camping, life skills, training, but it is the only youth development program supported by a research-based land-grant university system. Youth also have opportunities to participate in various events on the university campus and interact with faculty. 4-H clubs are led by youth, and most local and state events are planned and executed by teams of youth with adult guidance, youth-adult partnerships. As a part of living in the new normal, 4-H also screens our volunteers and registers the volunteers with the Florida Department of Children and Families, as well as the University of Florida Office of Youth Conference Services. Training for volunteers includes webinars, face-to-face, online modules such as this series, and district and state and national 4-H leader forums. Florida 4-H also has a state 4-H Leaders Association to support program and training efforts. Membership fee is $5.
In Florida, 4-H is administered through the land-grant college, University of Florida. At the university, it is housed within the Department of the Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences, IFAS, which leads the areas of research, teaching, and extension. The Dean of Extension is responsible for each county extension office in partnership with the boards of county commissioners. Within the Extension Service, there are resources for farmers, commodity businesses, homeowners, families, and youth. As the outreach of the university, it shares the research knowledge from the university with the community through workshops, publications, websites, classes, and opportunities to volunteer. At least one 4-H faculty member is in each county to administer the 4-H program under state and national guidelines. 4-H faculty work with volunteer leaders to deliver the program. 4-H is different from other youth groups as its strength is grassroots. 4-H National Headquarters, the USDA, does not govern most local rules. The National 4-H Council is the 501(c) nonprofit organization that raises funds for programming. At the state level, 4-H has a faculty program leader that carries out various programs statewide.
Beside county offices, UF-IFAS has research and education centers in 4 4-H camps throughout the state. This historical timeline highlights some key events in our history. In 1914, 4-H was given a home as the non-formal youth development program of the National Institute of Food and Agriculture, NIFA, of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, known as the Cooperative Extension Service. It is a part of the land grant system and has access to the most current knowledge and research related to youth development. 4-H moved to expand where the population was urban, also including military youth in the community and installations. In 2009, 4-H developed mission mandates that include science, citizenship and leadership, and healthy lifestyles.
4-H has been helping youth build life skills for over 100 years. The 4-H Club movement began in 1902 when corn and tomato clubs were organized to give farm boys and girls experiences in learning by doing. In the beginning, separate programs were established for boys and girls as well as black and white youth. 4-H programs were conducted in school, with home economists helping girls with projects at home and family, while the young boys spent time with the agriculture agents learning how to grow crops and vegetables. Over the years, 4-H has grown and changed. The program looks much different than it did to its early members. It is adapted to fit current needs and interests of today's youth and volunteers. Here's a picture of over 300 youth who gathered for a day at the Capitol, meeting with their representatives, attending educational workshops, and sharing the value of our youth programs as preparing our youth as good citizens.
While 4-H still offers in-school programs, we have expanded our reach. 4-H youth can now enroll in a 4-H club in the community, attend a 4-H after-school or military club, participate in a 4-H school enrichment program, or sign up for a day or residential camp.
Keep in mind, these are not the only ways Florida 4-H delivers educational programs to youth. Talk to your local 4-H agent to find out more information on county-specific programs and activities. How do I find my county extension office? Visit florida4h.org. 4-H tries to have programs in place for all youth who show an interest in becoming a member of our organization, but it takes volunteers like you to make that happen. In Florida, youth, boys and girls, together ages 5 to 18 can participate in 4-H. Short and long-term programs are available depending on the amount of time a child can commit. For youth 14 and older, volunteer and leadership opportunities are available. Before you begin your role as a volunteer, it's important to know a little bit more about what Florida 4-H stands for, along with some of its symbols and sayings. The purpose or mission statement of the Florida 4-H Youth Development is: the UF-IFAS Extension 4-H Youth Development Program uses a learn-by-doing approach to help youth gain the knowledge and skills they need to be responsible, productive citizens. The mission is accomplished by creating safe and inclusive learning environments, involving caring adults and utilizing the expertise and resources of the University of Florida and the nationwide land-grant university system.
And our vision is that Florida 4-H aspires to be the leading youth development program that creates positive change in youth, families, and communities. You have probably seen the 4-H symbol before, a green 4-leaf clover with a white H on each leaf, representing the 4 H's: head, heart, hands, and health.
The traditional colors of 4-H are green and white, green representing growth and white representing purity. Our 4-H pledge is set at club meetings and events. It's a reminder what we do and for whom we do it for: our club, community, country, and world. A group of Bay County 4-H'ers will demonstrate our pledge in this short video.
I'm Mr. Allen, and I'm here with some 4-Hers, and we're going to explain the 4-H pledge. I pledge my head to clearer thinking. What do we believe that means?
I think it means to think before you do something, like if what you're doing, if it's good or if it's bad.
Very fine. Good answer. And I pledge my heart to greater loyalty. Anyone? What does that mean?
I believe that means that, you pledge your loyalty to your friends. It means that you should stay loyal to them instead of turning your back on them and pledging your loyalty to someone that you hardly know.
Very good answer. The next H, my hands to larger service. What's that mean?
You can help somebody carry bags across the street.
Mr. Allen, you could work at an elderly home, but also work at a hospital.
Good answer, Rasheen. Any other ideas?
Mr. Allen, we can bring canned foods for the needy. We can give coats for the needies.
We can pick up trash around the town, make it look better.
You can bring soda taps to Ronald McDonald's house.
All of those are great service ideas that we can use in our club. And our final H is health for better living. And what does that mean?
If you're healthy, you can do more things.
And that's a very good answer. Our health is important. For my club, my community, my country, and my world. What does that involve?
My club is a small group. My community is where I live. My country is the United States. My world is the planet where we live.
That is perfect. Let's all wrap it up. Our 4-H's stand for our head, our heart, our hands, and our health.
We would like to teach you how to do the 4-H pledge.
I pledge my head to clearer thinking,
My heart to greater loyalty.
My hands for larger service. Health for better living.
for my club,
My community.
My country.
And my world.
Our pledge is not difficult to learn, and you will learn some unique tips for teaching it. The 4-H motto, "To make the best better," is intended to inspire young people to continue to learn and grow, to make their best efforts better by participating in educational experiences. Finally, the 4-H slogan, "Learn by Doing," sums up the educational design philosophy of the 4-H program. Young people learn best when they are involved in their learning, hands-on. We will learn more about this in Module 2 and 4.
We hope knowing the big picture of Florida 4-H, including its connection to the University of Florida, and the mission, pledge, motto, and slogan will help you begin to focus your role as a volunteer in our Florida 4-H organization. This concludes Module 1. Next is Module 2 entitled Learning in 4-H.